Okay, so another big improvement is in terms of the image and the image quality that's captured. Now, before we used a webcam that was integrated into the laptop. But the next upgrade we did was to use a external camera. And there is a range of options you have. So the first one would be to buy a USB webcam. Maybe you have one from the office, and this is a very popular one, the Logitech C920, if I'm not mistaken. And advantage of using a separate webcam, whether it's this one or you use another option, is that it's free to position. You can put that camera everywhere. It allows you to, you don't have to do with a whole pile of books, all these other elements to do. It also has a better sensor, so it means it can capture more light. But when you do that, and when you use a webcam, make sure you disable all these autofocus features, auto brightness, because if you're moving around, it will change the image constantly for the viewer. Okay, so another step up from a webcam would be to use a photo camera or a dedicated camera. So a webcam is really with a USB connection, but there is photo cameras like this one from Sony, which is an older one. You have DSLR cameras, the one that Jeroen is using. So those are cameras that are really meant for capturing high quality images, usually pictures. The advantage of such cameras is they have control over zoom, over focus. They have options for blurring the background, as you can see in this one, so it creates a depth of view. You have control over lighting settings, so there's a lot of configurations you can make to brighten up and increase the fidelity of the image. In general, the sensors are bigger. If you want to use one of those cameras, there's a few things you need. First of all, most of these cameras have HDMI out, so there is an option to connect them to a TV. It's most convenient if those have a clean HDMI out, which means there's no pictures overlaid on the screen. And this camera doesn't have it. There's ways around it, but I'll show you that in another video. The second thing you need is you need a conversion. Sometimes it's a small HDMI connection, sometimes it's micro or mini, so you need cables to convert from mini or micro HDMI to a full HDMI. The next step in the chain is to convert that signal into something your computer can use. There's options for that. We call them HDMI capture card or HDMI converters, and they convert a HDMI video signal into a digital signal. So CamLink is the one I'm using, and that converts, on the one hand HDMI goes in, on the other side USB comes out. So you plug it into your computer and it will emulate your camera feed as a webcam in your computer, and you can just select that in your software. To do that, it is important that your computer or your device has a USB 3 connection, so it should be fast enough to capture all the images, and it should be a fairly modern one because a lot of it requires more processing power of your laptop to convert the high quality images to a stream. But those options, that is probably the biggest improvement you can make in terms of the quality of your image. So using a camera, putting it on a cheap tripod, so they're standard, you can buy a tripod, put the camera on top of it, and then feed that through a CamLink or a HDMI capture card into your laptop and use it as a camera.